Hello and welcome to the fun-filled nonsense retrospective. I'm your host as always, Rick. Joining me equally as always is Devon.
Hello, I'm here to make two brief announcements before Rick once again takes the reins. The first being that if you're listening over on the audio platform and you're like, hey, what the fuck happened to the last two podcasts? They'll be uploaded as soon as I can. Spotify's throwing a fit, and it's not just us. There's a bunch of people complaining on the interwebs saying that they're experiencing the exact same problem. You just can't upload anything at the moment. Don't know what the issue is. Hopefully that'll be fixed by the time this one comes out.
Yeah.
And the other announcement I'm going to make very quick is you might be able to hear my voice is slightly different. I have got a very horrible cold. If you hear some coughing and some spluttering, I can only apologise. I'm still a bit sick. That's just a disclaimer for this episode, really.
Yes. So, apologies if you hear any, human noises. Live with it. Yep, today we're doing we did a Mass Effect tier list a little while ago. We're doing a Dragon Age Companions tier list today. But before we get too far into that, let's go with the good old time-honored tradition of the nonsense, asinine hypotheticals. What have you got for me today?
Well, Veilguard comes out in October, which is incredibly close. I can't believe we're actually getting it. And the original name of this tier list, do you want to tell the audience?
Well, wasn't it the waifu tier list? Oh, wait, no, the actual tier list that we're using. Oh, it's the how likely are these characters to reappear list.
Exactly. So my hypothetical is pretty much which character from this list that we haven't already seen and know is coming back, so you can't say Morrigan or Varric, would you most like to see appear? Oh, and you can't say Stolas either.
Oh, yeah, you can't say, no Stolas, yeah. I definitely want to see Isabella again. I definitely want to see Meryl again, and I definitely want to see Cullen again, and I definitely want to see Dorian again.
Well, tough shit, pick one.
Just because Dorian's in more recent memory, I'm going to go with Isabella, because that would put her as... Because didn't she also have like a little cameo in 3?
No. They mention her in 3 if you romanced her. Actually, she was a playable character in the multiplayer mode.
Right, okay.
But that doesn't count.
Yeah. And she barely counts in the first game because she doesn't even have her own character model. But it would be interesting it'd be cool and cute to have her in all of them, the same way that Cullen has been in all of them so far. So yeah, I think Isabella would be fun, and it would be a nice little fuck you for anybody who sent her off with the Arashock, because canonically she escapes. How about you? Who's going to be your pick from this list of who you most want to see?
Yeah, it's one of those interesting ones where like there's a few I can see just turning up anyway. Like I can see Alistair and Sten both showing up. Sten mostly because they've been teasing him as the big dick fucking ruler of the Kunari in general.
The new Arashock, yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, I digress. The one I'd most like to see, I think, is Dog. No, I'm kidding. I think because his story was very interesting and they could loop it back in quite easily, I'd say, I've forgotten his name. Blackwall.
Oh, yes. Yeah, Tom Rainier.
Yeah.
Warden Blackwall. Okay.
That's the name I was trying to remember, but I couldn't my brain was going like, fuck, I can't remember his real name.
Yeah.
Spoiler for Dragon Age Inquisition.
Yep. Yeah, he's got 2 names and 2 appearances. He shaves his head off at the end of the game if you let him take up his old name.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
I've never seen that happen.
Yeah. He goes all bald and everything and looks completely different.
I mean, he has that great conversation with Iron Bull. Iron Bull's like, "How the fuck did you? How?" And he's just like, "I grew a beard."
Yeah,
that's all.
And you look nothing like yourself when you've got a beard and you've got hair covering half your face and you're like 50% Wookiee.
It's like that old joke of everyone's like, "Oh, you change your appearance so much with makeup aimed at women," and then it's just like just point at a bloke with a beard, and it's that same fucking thing. You look completely different, dick.
Yep. Like you can change a beard as well. Like you can change how you look with a beard without getting rid of it. You just like cut chunks out. It's a different style. Your head's a different shape.
But yes, you have a question for me.
Yeah, mine one was a bit more nebulous. It's obviously Dragon Age has the 3 character classes of warrior, mage, and rogue. What would you have as a 4th thing to balance things?
Well, you can't really do this with Dragon Age because the way Dragon Age balances it is each of those main 3 has another 3.
Yeah, because like the downside is that only really mage has like any real hybrids, because like with warrior, the only one who's got like any magic is like the Templars, and they're fed it. because it's not real magic, and like Fenris because he's got tattoos, and with mages, like Sarah fakes it with potions.
Yeah, I'm just saying the question is fundamentally flawed because Dragon Age's system is built around subclasses rather than classes. It's best pointed out in Dragon Age Origins, especially with the mage, where Morrigan is a druid.
Yeah, essentially, yeah.
Wynn is a cleric.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like in any other system, that's what they would be.
Yeah, so yeah, I guess add a fourth one that's unarmed, but it's at the end of the day that would just be a subclass of warrior.
Yeah. Well, it's like halfway house between warrior and rogue, depending on how you want to deal with it. Yeah.
Well, it's just one of those where whenever I think of monk, I think weirdly Final Fantasy XIV probably did it best, where you're constantly changing stances.
Sure. Yeah. Or you got like your little elemental stances that are all interesting and flavorful and fun. It's just a damage boost, but yeah.
Yeah, it's just a way to artificially make a circle, because you do one and that changes your stance, and then in that stance this attack does more damage, which basically it gives you a rotation, but a very artificial way of giving you said rotation. Because at the end of the day, it's an MMO, it needs a rotation.
Yeah.
But yeah, what about you then?
My thought is to like fully codify the unique class. Things like Dog and Shale obviously are very obviously their own thing. Shale is obviously a lot more like a warrior than anything else, but like fully go in on things being unique, like a beast class, dragon class, like elemental demons and things like that.
Oh, cool.
Not so much for your main character, but for like a companion who just is a rage demon or whatever.
So basically, you want to make a class for one specific. You want to introduce a unique character to the game. Basically saying "fuck your question."
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. That's a fun one, Rick. Thanks. Try and come up with a new unique class to change things up, Devon. I'm just going to ignore my question and answer it differently. Thanks.
Yeah.
Rick, what are we doing?
Yeah, we're doing a tier list. We've got S, A, B, C, and D tier, and we have, I think, all of the companions, plus not Justinia, the lady who is your guy in Inquisition, who is the
Josephine.
Yeah, Josephine.
Yeah, I guess that's because she's a romance option.
Yeah, I guess so.
But yeah. Also, don't forget, this was meant to be originally a tier list of who you think is going to come back.
Yeah, like other than Josephine, everyone else is at least in some way playable. So I think Cullen. Actually, I think technically Cullen has never been playable, but he's always been there.
Yeah, true enough. Quick note to everybody listening along. The characters are in alphabetical order, so that's how we're going.
Yeah. So, Alistair, straight to S tier.
It really is. Like, yes, he could be a bit of a knobhead, but he's always funny about it.
Yeah. Any reservations I had about Alistair quickly evaporated by spending time with Alistair.
Yeah, I think, like, the only time he properly butts heads with you, like, actually gets angry, so much so he leaves the party, is if you spare Logain. And while I from his point of view, I can't blame him.
Yeah. Because the way that you're doing it is by turning the order that he's put so much respect and reverence into a punishment.
Yeah, but like it's a really weird thing, because in Game of Thrones they've got the Night Watch, and it used to be basically the alternative for a noble for execution was join the Night's Watch, and in recent years it's become just send all your thieves and rapists and horrible people up north instead of executing them because they need bodies basically. And it's very much lost its glamour, but Jon Snow joins them anyway because he still sees them as this noble order of protectors, which they are, but it now consists of thieves and murderers and horrible people.
Yeah.
So you know,
the Grey Wardens are obviously very much like this.
They are. I mean, case in point, really. You've got both sides of the coin when you join the Grey Wardens in Dragon Age Origins, because your other two potential recruits are a knight who won a tournament and a thief who was good enough to pickpocket fucking Duncan.
Yeah. And even in the other Origins, you've got like the full gamut of things from all the way from Koosland, who is about as noble as you get, to like the dwarven commoner, who is about as roguish as you get.
I mean, the best thing is like just the two sides of the dwarf storyline.
Oh yeah, well even the dwarf noble go from being a noble to being incredibly disgraced. because unless you know ahead of time how to avoid it, you get really baited hard into killing your brother.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Like, you have to kill your brother. That's not a choice.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it's one of those where, point being, it's one of those because I neither of them are at their highest point when they get recruited in the Grey Wardens. You basically get fucking press ganged if you're Cousland.
Yeah. But yeah, Alistair, instant S tier. Anders.
Here's the thing, Anders. I loved Anders in Awakening.
Yes.
But 2 happened, so he's going in D.
Yeah, I think I'm splitting the difference between an A tier and a D tier with a C, in that he still has some redeeming qualities. Even in Dragon Age 2, he has some redeeming times.
All of Act 1 Anders is very entertaining. However, ultimately, that crime is so heinous, he has to go in D. He started Inquisition.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm putting him in C. I'm giving him a little bit of the benefit of the doubt there, but yeah. Aveline.
I'm putting Aveline in C because he can't romance her.
Yeah. She was one of the first characters that I dropped in Dragon Age 2 when I filled up the party with other more interesting people like Fenris.
Oh, Aveline stayed in my party for a while because I'm a sucker for a good sword and board character, and she is the de facto tank.
Yeah. Bethany.
I'm going to put... could we just do Bethany and Carver at the same time? Because they're the same character.
Bethany and Carver.
I'm putting them both in B because there's such a loss of potential with both of these characters, but you can see interesting things there. Carver is by far shit on a lot more than Bethany because he's actively antagonistic towards you, but, that's a brother and a sibling relationship to a T, really.
Yeah, so... I only ever played the mage in Dragon Age 2, so I only ever encountered Carver, which means that my options for Carver were bring him to the Deep Roads and bring Anders as well for him to become a Grey Warden, or leave him behind and he becomes a Templar, and he stayed behind and became a Templar. So, yeah, D tier for me. Bethany... Basically, I don't know enough about the character, other than the fact that Varric tells Cassandra that she had massive tits, and then Cassandra tells him to knock it off, and then he tells the story again.
Bethany is just a little rare sunshine. She is the complete opposite of Carver. She is always supportive of you no matter what. And the first time I played the game, she was my mage, so I took her to the Deep Roads without Anders because I didn't know that was a thing, and had the most heartbreaking scene in the game.
Oh, well, you got to put her down yourself. Oh man.
Well, because again, with Carver, he's a dick and you kind of don't like him. With Bethany, she is just a little cinnamon roll. Yeah.
So yeah, if you take sibling to the Deep Roads, either way, you're going to take 2 mages. Either you're taking Bethany and Anders, or yourself and Anders when you're a mage.
Yeah, it's not worth it either, because their storyline's a bit shit as a Grey Warden.
Yeah. Going to the tower is possibly the kind of quote-unquote best outcome for her, because as soon as the tower, as soon as the Inquisition starts, as long as she survives, which, she probably should, she's essentially free.
I mean, sure.
Yeah. So I'm going to split these. I'm going to put Bethany in B, because I don't know enough about her, and Carver in D.
I could see some characters Cassandra also joining D because of your logic here. Cassandra's S, because she is bae.
Minimum A.
You got to understand, in Inquisition, there is no romance partner that comes fucking close to Cassandra.
Dorian, but yes.
I like Dorian. I don't want to fuck him.
Sure. Plus, it means that you deny Dorian and Iron Bull their OTP romance.
Yeah, they're sweet together.
Yeah, Cassandra Cassandra was also my pick, even as my Kunari mage man. Yeah, she's good. Cole.
Cole's weird.
Yeah.
I'm going to put Cole in B. I think he could be higher. It's just... Okay, he's got 2 very distinct routes he can go down, and depending on which route depends on where I put him, so I'm going to split the difference and put him in B.
Yeah, I think B is a good place for him, because he can become more human, which is kind of like I'm a real boy kind of way, or he can stay more spirit and become less of a person. Both of these are interesting.
Oh yeah, but like him being a spirit just means Solus wins, and I hate Solus. Spoiler for where he's going.
I think B's a pretty good place for him. He's got the downside that Dorian has of being pretty much the last one in Act 1 to be recruited, depending on what you do. Yeah,
except Cole's more likely to be... Cole's less likely to be... more likely to be recruited last because no one fucking goes Templars.
Oh, yeah.
I went Templars on my first first route because I was won over by the logic of Templars suppress magic, and I went, yeah, that makes sense. So let's go Templars, which means I got this experience first. And I gotta be honest with you, I think it's the better segment.
Yeah. It's a weird one where I think the Templar levels and storylines and like story beats are better. But I think the narrative of siding with the mages is better.
Here's the thing, is I think the initial encounter with the Templar, like, I don't like the timey-wimey bullshit the mages pull. It's not a very fun section. It gives you a glimpse on the future if you fail, but you kind of already know shit's fucked if you fail. So, whatever. I think the Templar segment is a lot more fun. The boss fight is kind of but you can say that about a lot of boss fights in Inquisition.
Yeah, like, you get Calpurnia, who's, like, one of the more interesting villains in Inquisition.
Oh yeah, sorry. No, you get the red guy, don't you? If you go Templars, you get Samson.
Okay. Yeah, I was thinking the other way around then. So yeah.
No, maybe I've got it the wrong way around.
Oh well. Colin.
Oh god. He has grown so much from that little boy in that mage tower, which we've not done, which we would have been doing today if I wasn't ill.
Yeah. The little boy pining for your player character in the mage tower if you're a lady mage.
That's not what I meant. I meant the little boy who's angry and upset and trapped in a fucking mine cage and gets really annoyed at you that you don't order a fucking death and destruction on the tower.
Yeah, if you don't exterminatus the tower, he gets mad and then he gets over it. Yeah, he gets over it so hard that he's like one of your biggest allies in Dragon Age 2, even if you're like full mage.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna give him an A because
I think A's like pretty perfect for him.
Yeah, his character growth is something else. If you've been playing since Dragon Age Origins, he is one of the few characters who has been in all 3 games, possibly 4. We don't know yet. Although he can get one of the worst written off death scenes ever if you do certain things.
Oof. Yeah.
If you encourage him to take the lyrium again, one of the ending slides for Dreadwolf, Trespasser, whatever the last DLC was of the last game, you get a slide where it says that specifically Archer Lady, what's it? She's in the new game.
Sarah?
No, the dwarf.
The dwarf archer lady who... Scout Harding.
Yeah, specifically Harding just sees a really fucking skeletal figure begging for scraps in a city that looks a lot like Cullen, and then she puts him out of his misery.
Oof.
They're very vague about it, but they very much imply that he gets so bad in his drug addiction that he's just lost.
Yeah. And I'm probably going to try and romance Scout Harding. She's a cool character.
I know there's a buff Kunari lady this time, so...
Yeah, fair enough. Like, if she's anywhere as fun as Quidian, that's going to be, like, an instant pick. Dog!
Oh, I'll put dog in C. I'll put dog in D. Like, you use the dog for one mission. Less than that if you're not noble.
Yeah, you use the dog until your party fills up. Like, yeah, he's maybe ahead of the curve until about level 7, and then after that, just humans are just better.
The only thing he's got going for him is he's got that one ability that lets him dig up random treasure, but I've never found it to be... There's nothing game-breaking with that ability.
No, it's not like in Fable, where you can just dig, and then if you can dig in the right place, you get, like, the ultimate weapon of doom or whatever. No. And, most of the time you end up digging up condoms in Fable, so... There is that. Yeah, dog in D. Yeah, he's. I'm sure he's a good boy, but yeah, I was never. I'm not a dog person. I prefer wolves. I think wolves are cooler.
I mean, I like
Dorian.
A, easy A. He's got the. Honestly, I think he's my favourite mage in Inquisition.
Oh, easy. I'm putting him in S.
Oh, that's totally valid. Man, I'm struggling to think of the other mage in Inquisition. I know Vivienne. I can't remember the third one. Oh, Solus. Yeah. Again, spoiler for where he's going.
Yeah. Vivienne I never needed to use because I picked her specialization, and Solus was he stayed out of the party pretty much. I did his personal quest and that's pretty much it. But yeah, Dorian quite often made the cut and quite often came along.
It does help a lot that I had Iron Bull a lot as well, and them two specifically doing their fucking flirting, which isn't flirting but definitely is flirting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sarah as well. Like, they've got some really good banter between them. I think my favourite one is Dorian going, "Where do you get all those arrows from? You've got hundreds," and Sarah just goes, "From your arse." And he goes, my arse should open up a shop. It's apparently quite prolific.
Yeah, I like the part where Iron Bull and Dorian step over the line from insinuating what they were doing to just outright being just straddling the line of too graphic for what they were doing. And Sarah just goes, ugh. Because Sarah does not like blokes sexually.
No. Yeah, I like how her way of letting you down gently is like, yeah, you're kind of not my thing. Your thing is not my thing. Because until then, you're pretty good mates. Fenris, minimum B, probably A.
I'm putting him in C. It's one of those weird ones where Fenris being Balfir did a lot of heavy lifting for him. Otherwise, I kind of don't like him.
Sure. He's the one character that I tried to do a rival mance with.
See, that was a stupid fucking thing to put in the game.
Yeah, that you can do a romance if you're max friendship or max rival. But if you're not, then you just fail. And apparently I was just friendly enough with him that he wasn't max rivalry. So I had to kill him in the end and just had to block that out from my mind.
I mean, yeah, it's one of those where... I don't know, man. Fenris is just too much. He's the first taste of being a Kunari that we get as a romance option. I didn't romance him. He's not. Elves in this game aren't generally pretty.
Yeah. At least they look better than the freaking ones in like Elder Scrolls or...
Oh yeah, but those are monsters. But
yeah, they've got a good old Bethesda face.
Here's the thing: is I butt heads a lot with Fenris because of his hardcore stance against mages.
Yeah,
I get why he has it. I'm not saying that it's not valid. Like, he's a good character. I just don't like him.
Yeah, it's a valid and important stance to have in a world like that. But for so many times, all you really would do in real life if you were in that situation is just go, mate, take a step back, be a human being, and look at this.
Yeah, but you can't do that with Fenris because he had such an extreme situation inflicted upon him.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm putting him in A because he was my warrior of choice in Dragon Age 2 as well.
I think I've already revealed that for me it was Aveline.
Yeah, I liked the anime bullshit. It was fun. Iron Bull.
Now this guy's going into S.
Yes, the Iron Bull. I'm putting it in S right next to Dorian. And yes, these are in alphabetical order, but the Iron Bull doesn't come under T. He comes under I.
That's because his name in the game files is Iron Bull, not the Iron Bull.
Yeah. I think the only one that calls him the Iron Bull is Cole, and the Iron Bull is rather appreciative of this because everyone else forgets the definite article.
Yeah, he's appreciative of it, but then immediately freaks out because he remembers Cole's a demon.
Yep. Yeah, Bull is fantastic, and the outcome of Trespasser really, really, really helps you make the choice on what to do with Bull's charges. If you didn't already find it obvious already.
Yeah, it's one of those where, like, it's very obvious that... It even feels obvious in-game that Iron Bull doesn't want his guys to die.
Yeah.
But it's one of those where, Trespasser makes it 100% apparent that this is the wrong decision. It's really bad if you romance Bull. It's even worse if Dorian romanced Bull.
Yeah. Isabella, I'm putting her in, I think, A.
I'm going to put her in B.
Okay.
I like Isabella, but she is the closest thing we have to a pirate in game, and she's a bit disappointing in that aspect.
She likes big boats and cannot lie.
Yeah, and that's just it. It's like she actively betrays your party for that.
Yeah. In a dream that she knows is a dream.
That's just it, though. She knows that it's not real, and she's savvy enough to know that this deal isn't going to work out for her, and yet she still takes it.
Yep. Just to make that frickin' joke.
That makes her look like a fucking idiot.
Yeah. Overall, though, she's a very fun character to have. I like having her along with Fenris because they do a lot of flirting, and if you don't romance either of them, then they end up together.
Here's the problem with Isabella is she's a rogue in Dragon Age 2.
Yeah. She's got some incredibly stiff competition in Varric.
Yeah, Varric was with me the entire time, and I'm never bringing two rogues.
Yeah. Josephine.
I'm going to put her in C.
Yeah, I think that's about right for her. Other than Cullen, she's basically the only one who's like never a combatant. But even then, Cullen very definitely is a combatant, just not for you.
Oh yeah, like when the I forgot the name of the place. The first place gets invaded. Cullen is actively fighting, just in a different part of the battlefield.
Yeah, Haven.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. But yeah, Josephine, yeah, she's very good at what she does. And it's good that they just relegate all that to a kind of behind-the-scenes character who you can appreciate and you can romance and treat to flowers and all that, but also, yeah, you don't have to have her along all the time.
Here's the actual problem I have with Josephine, is that she's actually too good.
Sure.
She is very, I don't want to say Mary Sue-ish, because that's a bit of an insult, but she never fails while working for you.
Right.
Everything she does is perfect.
Okay.
Everything that was a fuck-up is a fuck-up before she met you.
Yes. I get you.
So you never really see her at a low light, and honestly, her romance is... It feels like she's going along with it to make herself look better.
Okay.
It doesn't feel... and I'm sure some people might disagree with that, and that's fine. When I did it with one of my characters, I was like, this is weird. I'll bring up two very quick examples. When you romance Cassandra and ask for a kiss, she takes you somewhere private and you have a little smooch.
Yeah.
You ask Josephine for a kiss, she takes you to the courtyard to do it.
Okay.
I'm just
Parade
saying.
you out.
Yeah, that's what it feels like.
Yeah. Get paraded, bitch. Yeah. Taylor Logain.
I'm putting him in A.
Yeah.
You don't.
Yeah, I kind of had him like pre-positioned as an A. Yeah, I think that's about right for him. S is too high. I don't think he competes with Alistair quite as well.
Here's the problem: is as an overall character, I think he's S tier. As a companion, He can only ever be an A because you only get him for the final part of the game.
Yeah. Exactly what you said. Like as a character, top of the list, but because we're only ranking him as a companion, the time that you get him for is much shorter. You get him for a little bit in Inquisition if you have him as a Grey Warden.
Oh, he's so great as well, because like one of the things you could say is, don't you hate Grey Wardens? And he's like, I've been working for the Grey Wardens for like 10 fucking years now.
Yeah. And he's given like a lot of his life to the Grey Wardens now, and he's, if you're working along that, then he's kind of like paid off at least part of his debt to the Wardens.
Oh, definitely. I think Logain might be the best representation of someone snapping.
Yeah.
Because again, it gets glossed over. You have to look into the lore properly to realise why Logain is as fucking mental as he is, to put it lightly. Because him and Marek fought tooth and fucking nail for a free for Eldon, and that was only like in living memory for him.
Yeah.
And Kaelin just fucking dances around and parades like a prince and is courting the Elysian Queen. Granted, Logain doesn't know that; he just suspects it, and he's like, "Fucking this bastard's just going to make us all Elysian puppets again."
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying Logain was right to do what he did, but it makes sense.
Yes. So yeah, I think A tier is very good for Taylor Logain. Meryl.
I'm torn on this one. What are your thoughts?
She's interesting. She's fun. She's not top tier.
Oh, I don't think she's top tier at all. I'm debating anywhere between A and C.
Yeah, my instant reaction was B.
Here's the thing.
It feels real. It feels real mean. But by the same token, like, let's compare. Like, I've got Anders in C. I've got Aveline in C. Yeah, I think she's more fun than both of them. We've got Isabella in A, or I do. I think she's less fun than Isabella. Yeah, I think B. Yeah, there we go.
I think I'm going to put Meryl in C.
Okay.
And this is the thing, is it really hurts because I romanced Meryl 9 times out of 10, and she is adorable. She is a perfect little princess of a cupcake. However, she has done a lot of shit.
Oh, yes. Oh, no, I've murdered everybody again.
Yeah, all of her quests involve her doing blood magic, and I need to cough, I'm sorry. I don't know if you could hear that in my voice, but I could sure as shit feel it.
Yeah, it was getting more and more gravelly as the words went by.
Oh god, sorry for anyone who heard that horrible coughing noise. But yeah, she's done some shit. I love her. She is precious. I think her best scene is when you lie to the dock workers to get in, and she just goes, "Oh, are we lying then?" Or sorry, is this a trick? And Hulk just goes, "Yes, Meryl, that was a trick." And then you have to start a combat encounter. She is just so precious, but fuck, she is just such a colossal fuck up.
Yep. And the other one of when Aveline's like collecting all the things to date her her junior at the police, and Meryl goes like, "Well, you wouldn't need that unless you're courting him." You're courting him. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
And also, she takes the place of Sandal.
I can't take your Meryl impression seriously because you just sound like Norman's mum.
Oh, Norman Price, you fucking moron!
But that's the voice you did for Meryl, man.
oh no, I've murdered everybody again.
How does she take the place of Sandal?
Okay, so if you romance Meryl, and look at the chandelier, you see handprints, and normally.
That's what you meant. Okay.
Handprints on the chandelier, Sandal. But if you're romancing Meryl, he goes, Meryl. So, yeah, Meryl starts swinging from the chandelier instead of Sandal.
I don't think she does it instead of Sandal. I think she does it because she sees Sandal doing it.
Yeah.
And unlike Sandal, she's not good enough at it to not get caught.
Yes. Warden Blackwall, Tom Rainier.
You've missed one.
Oh yeah, Morrigan. I put her straight into S and forgot that I moved her.
Right, yeah, I was also going to put her straight into S, but I'm like, hang on, you're missing someone. Morrigan is the fucking best. Anyone who doesn't have Morrigan in their top 5 characters of Dragon Age in general is wrong. Look at the pop she got for showing up in a trailer for 2 seconds.
Yeah. And, like, her showing up in Inquisition was, like, very definitely, like, oh yeah, let's have Morrigan again, and let's not let you kill her this time.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because you can stab her before going into that mirror, can't you?
Yeah.
I don't know why you would, but...
Oh, yeah, because you're an arsehole, yeah.
Yeah. I love Morrigan in Inquisition because she gets shit on by both Leniana and Vivienne.
Yeah.
And it's like, guess what? Like, Leniana, I get it. There's personal history there. Vivienne, it's like, I'm not going to fucking side with you, bitch.
Yeah. There's a really heartbreaking version of Morrigan in Inquisition as well. If you had a male warden in the first game who was romancing Morrigan and chose not to do the ritual because her kid will be like an actual normal kid and not a archdemon kid.
Okay.
And she just goes, she just like sadly says that she'd give anything to see them again, the warden.
It's one of those fucking weird ones though, man, where I don't know why you would do that.
Yeah. I think it's specifically to get that outcome and see that scene.
Okay, yeah, but this is BioWare post-EA. They didn't plan that far ahead.
No. But yeah, Morrigan straight to S. I didn't use the druid stuff pretty much at all, apart from like bees in the deep roads.
I don't think anyone used the druid wild shape stuff. In fact, if there was a respec option, which there might have been, I don't remember, I would have taken all the points that she had by default in that tree out.
Yeah, there was in Awakening, but not in the base game.
Yeah, so no, there wasn't for Morrigan.
Yeah.
But it makes sense in Awakening because you're meeting characters already at level 20 plus.
Yes. So, like, being able to, like, fully control their destiny is kind of, it's kind of in character as well for someone who is the Seneschal.
Yeah, and also, like, if you're playing on the hard difficulties, you need complete control of builds.
Yeah, you need the builds. And, yeah. Tom Rainier.
Solid A. I fucking loved this guy's character arc. I missed this on my first playthrough because I was just trying to beat the game, and then on my second playthrough, It fucking hit me in the gut. I was like, what the fuck, Blackwall?
Yep. So I played as normal on the first playthrough and got everything as need be. My second playthrough, when I was being an arsehole, you can super miss it because you can exile him along with all the Grey Wardens before you even get the chance to get his story.
Yeah, it's one of those weird ones where if you played Dragon Age Origins, you're never going to kick the Wardens out.
Yeah, absolutely. But, in character for an arsehole, yeah, you probably would. And when he goes, yeah, with respect, I'd like to stay. But my character was like, did I fucking stutter? All wardens means all wardens. And then he leaves.
Yeah, well, fair enough. Like, he doesn't get to have his change of heart.
Nope.
It means he gets to be there when the shit goes down, though.
Oh, yeah. He gets to go to Weishaupt and, go with all the wardens and do all the shit.
Like, we know shit happened over there. We just don't know what. Let's hope you sent Hawk there.
Yep.
What's fucking Stroud gonna do?
Yeah. Like, your choices are Hawk or one of 3 from Alistair, Stroud, or Loghain.
See, Loghain, I could imagine, would actually be a choice. Alistair's too broken.
I don't know.
I never listen.
Yeah, because this is Warden Alistair, not King Alistair.
Exactly. I never had Alistair in this scenario because why would you want that? No. So it's one of those where I've never actually had it happen in my games. I've only seen the cutscenes, and he's just so mopey.
Yeah. I've always created a world state where Alistair is not the choice.
Yeah. Well, because then your choice is between Alistair and Hawk, and that's actually difficult.
Yes. Yeah. Because with Loghain, he's already like in his 70s or whatever. And so yeah,
Loghain
is like, objectively.
Loghain is super up for killing himself at this point in the game.
Yeah, like, it's objectively, like, the correct choice, apart from the fact that reading between the lines where it says the Warden will die versus Hawk may die, of Hawk is probably coming up again in Dragon Age 4, whereas whoever else he sacrifices not.
And here's the thing as well, is if you have Varric in your in your party... in your party, you get a really heart-wrenching voice read from Varric's VA.
Yeah, and one of the times, I think one of the options is just to hug Varric, isn't it?
Something like that. Awkward Zombie, I believe, did a comic where it was like, "Where's Hawk?" And it's just like, "Where's Hawk?" Because he repeats himself when you don't answer him straight away, which is something Varric never rushes you.
No, so he doesn't.
That on itself is telling, and it just cuts to I think it was Awkward Zombie. Their version of the Grey Warden trying to push Stroud back into the demon portal. Yep.
Oh boy, yeah. So I think having Blackwall in A is pretty good for there. Liliana,
I'm gonna put her in a solid B tier.
Yeah,
I think.
I'm putting her in A.
That's totally fair, man. I think her most interesting point was when she was doing her god delusion bullshit in Origins, and ever since she got promoted to actually being high up in the Chantry, I've kind of not liked her.
Sure. I think she might be the best choice for a Divine.
Yeah, but I'm banging Cassandra.
Oh yeah. That's kind of the downside, really, isn't it? Like, you don't really get a choice with Cassandra, in that if you're banging her, she breaks up with you if you don't support her as a Divine.
I didn't think that was a thing.
Yeah, so it's a bit of a rock and a hard place. You get
yeah, but Cassandra's actually really good.
She's good, but I think Liliana is the best for the world.
Here's the thing: is Cassandra knows what it's like to be a Templar. Like, she wasn't a Templar, but she was like a super Templar.
Yeah.
And she knows how fucked being made tranquil is, so she's like immediately on that shit. I think she is the best option for mages, weirdly. Vivienne is fucking awful. Never pick Vivienne.
No. Like, it's better to pick nobody than to pick Vivienne.
Yeah, I don't like Vivienne. I think she's a wonderful character because and she has a very unique perspective on the world, but that perspective makes me fucking hate her.
Yeah. Tory behaviour. Like, she's very much a silver spoon in the mouth noble mage of, this is how the best mages think that mages should be. She's basically Tevinter without being Tevinter.
Yeah, that's her only redeeming quality, is that she does draw a distinct line of blood magic is bad.
But everything else is just something that she can harness as power.
I'm gonna suck this old dude's dick. Why? And then I'll become first Enchantress. And then the world.
So yeah, Vivienne in D for me.
Oh, we're going to move on to Vivienne. Yeah, Vivienne's in D. They don't make her completely awful. Don't get me wrong. She is just such a cunt.
Yeah.
Like, she's always, she looks down her nose at everyone. Even Dorian, she looks down on. And Dorian is, like, I think the best mage ever.
Yeah. In fact, yeah. Looking at my S tier, the only other mage in there is Morrigan.
Morrigan's my only mage in S, but yeah.
Yeah. Oghren.
I fucking love Oghren. He is a horrible, horrible person, but I love him. He's going in A.
Yeah, I think A's perfect for him. There's a reason that they brought him back for Awakening. It's because he was funny.
Yeah, man. He gets a raw fucking deal with his missus. Now, don't get me wrong. Oghren is a piece of shit. Like, they don't sugarcoat it. He's a drunk. It's implied that he used to hit Braska a bit, but then it was also implied that she'd give as good as she got.
Yep, yeah, absolutely. And yeah, you recruit him off the street as just a drunk who wants to hit things, and He continues to be a drunk who likes to hit things.
He's one of the people you can pick as your champion against Logain, and he's like, he's very fucking grunty, and I know why.
Yeah, because he's going to try and hit Nulgain in the bollocks.
I was going to say because he's got the same VA as Grunt, but...
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Grunty with a capital G. Okay.
Like, they got that same... you know?
Yes.
Yeah, no, Ogrun's great. I love him. I liked him more in Origins than Awakening, because in Awakening he's just a bit sad.
Yeah, in Awakening he's kind of a caricature of himself to a degree. Like, the first time you meet him, he's just, like, fighting some Darkspawns, and he just, like, turns around and smiles and waves.
But it's so in character for him.
Yeah.
I adore that he's constantly flirting with Wynn.
Yeah.
But he's flirting his way of flirting, which isn't very good.
Yeah, and Wynn picks up on this very quickly, and is like, "Yeah, I'd like to bend you over," and Wynn's like, "Give me more ale."
Yeah, because he's making it in like a bathtub.
Yeah.
Why has he got a bathtub in camp? He never explains why he's got one.
Well, he's definitely not to have a wash.
No, we know. Even the dog doesn't go near him.
Nope. So yeah, Ogryn, a nice solid A. Sarah.
Nope. Sebastian.
Oh yeah, Sebastian. I put him straight into D.
Yeah, he's going in D. He sucks because 1, he's DLC. You have to have bought him. 2, he sucks. He's such a goody two-shoes chantry fucking dick sucker. 3, in fucking Inquisition, there's a board table mission where he actively tries to invade Kirkwall because Anders was there once, and Aveline has to fucking rally the city guard to fucking repel him.
Yep.
He's a dick.
Yeah. Like, if you do anything other than execute Anders, then he makes a move on Kirkwall. And even if you do execute Anders, I think he still does it. Apparently, that was going to be like the final DLC for Dragon Age 2 was his Divine March.
That would have been.
And it got cancelled because Dragon Age 3 was in production, and they were like, "Oh shit, yeah, let's just skip that with the explosion that happens at the beginning of the game."
That's fine, I guess. I don't think it would have added too much, except for the satisfaction of killing this smug prick.
Yeah,
he never had a chance. The only redeeming feature he has is he was an archer rogue in a game where you had Varric, who wasn't allowed to equip bows.
Yeah.
But even then, it's like, I'd rather have Varric. I'd rather have Isabella than fucking Sebastian. I'm not saying Isabella's bad, but...
Yeah, she ain't Varric. And the other one is, like, using a player character rogue. Yeah. And, like, a player character rogue can do everything that Sebastian can do and more.
Yep. One of my favourite... Sorry, going on a bit of a tangent here. One of my favourite twin dagger weapons was one of the DLC ones, which the DLC ones just scaled with you, so unless you got the super mega fuck-off weapons, they just do you for the entire game. And the reason why I like these ones from the DLC is they were just twin axes.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, that's nice.
So you could feel like a ranger.
Yeah. It was cool. I liked it.
Nice.
Yeah, now we can... You got to stop just preemptively putting characters in places, because you...
Yeah, because I forget that I put them somewhere. Yeah, Sarah.
Oh, God, this is tough. I'm going to put her in S.
Okay.
She is fundamentally just a good person.
Yeah?
Like, is she cross? Is she rude? Yes. Is she juvenile and silly? Yes. Ultimately, she's a good person. She's fun to be around, and I think her romance route is adorable.
It is, yeah. I romanced her on my arsehole, and was one of the few times that I managed to piss her off. And she even tells you, "You needed to work really hard to piss me off." And, yeah. Do I put her in S along with Iron Bull and Dorian? Because that was my Inquisition party. I think I do, yeah. Like, who else did I use in Inquisition apart from Iron Bull, Dorian, and Sarah, along with my my main character? I guess I used Cassandra sometimes because I was trying to romance her.
How'd you fuck up Cassandra's romance?
I didn't fuck it up.
No, you're saying trying to, so it made it sound like you failed.
Oh, no. I was trying to romance her, so I needed her along for approval.
Fair enough.
But yeah, the rest of the time I just had my my banter gang. Yeah, S tier. Yeah, I think she deserves to be up there. Plus, also she's got Y'shtola's voice actress.
Yeah, you wouldn't know it though.
No. That's actual voice acting where you can blend in and become the role.
Yeah, fuck you, Patrick Warburton, says Rick.
Yeah. Shale. Shale.
I'm going to put Shale in C. I like Shale. I think she is fun. I think her as a actual unit in the game is very interesting and unique. However, she doesn't have a lot going for her.
True. I'm going B because you've got like little bits. You can uncover things like that she was originally a female dwarf. She takes part in the Carradin's Cross. I guess the flashpoint that you have, where it's side with Carradin or Branca.
Well, again, it's one of those where, again, the reason why I'm putting her so low is her plot is one very small part of Dragon Age. Like,
yeah,
she is involved in the Carradin part of the Deep Roads. Not even fucking Orzammar. You bring her to Orzammar and the dwarves are like, oh, that's a golem, that's weird. And then they fuck up and they don't really bring it up again.
Yeah. And she's kind of interesting in that she just refers to you as it all the time because she's so used to other things referring to her as it. And she hates pigeons, which I think a lot of us can relate to.
I have no hatred for pigeons. I pity them.
Yeah, fair enough. Oh, for being domesticated and abandoned.
Like, there's a whole subreddit called Stupid Dove Nests, which is just pigeons making really shit nests. Because they can't make nests anymore, because we fucked them up.
Yeah. We put spikes in places to make sure they don't make nests.
No, it's not that. It's we domesticated them and made nests for them, which means they lost the instinct. They don't know how to do it.
Oh, okay, yep.
But yes, we also fucking put spikes everywhere so birds can't stand in certain places. And it's like, why? Oh, to stop it shitting. It's a fucking animal. It has to shit. Fucking wash things. Mm-hmm. Pay someone to clean up pigeon shit. Everyone's complaining about there not being jobs. There's another job.
Yeah. Solus.
Yeah, D. Interesting character. I think he'll make a fun antagonist. I fucking butted heads with him so much.
Yeah. He immediately left my party as soon as I could. Interesting early on, like during the Haven arc, where you can just like talk to him about like Thade philosophy and things like that. Like that's interesting things to have as a character vehicle for that kind of thing. And then it becomes a bit more apparent that he's been around the block a few times, and he's like not from now, he's from like before. And then you find out exactly how far before he's from, and he becomes very interesting as a character, just not as a companion.
I like his specialization. I think it's quite unique. I really like him as a barrier guy, and he's very much controls the battlefield by fucking dragging them places, unless they're a fucking pride demon.
Yeah.
But he's just such an asshole. Here's the thing: Bull was in my party more often than not.
Yeah.
He does nothing but berate Bull for his philosophy in believing in the Qun. And Bull takes it on the chin. And I'm sure Bull's had this discussion a million times before as well, but he just takes it on the chin, fucking rolls with it, who gives a fuck? And there's that one time just after that fucking mission, you know, the one where you have to pick between saving the Chargers or saving the Qunari. And if you nudged Iron Bull to becoming Tal Vashoth, Solus is like, congratulations, Bull, you finally made your first independent decision. And he's gonna begin a fucking whole entire fucking rant, and Bull, the bantiest of banter motherfuckers, is just don't.
Yeah, that's just like, it's just peak character for Iron Bull, and it's enabled by Solus.
Yeah.
But it's an Iron Bull moment, and it's just there to show how much of a cock Solus is as well. So yeah, D tier as a companion. A, maybe S tier as an antagonist. D tier as a companion.
Here's the thing, is I don't know how long he's going to be in Veilguard for, because the fucking half an hour gameplay trailer they showed, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets killed in the first fucking act.
Yeah, they should Netflix him.
Well, we know Meredith is fucking back in the world.
Yeah, Meredith's kicking around again. We know that from the Netflix show.
Yeah, unless she's just for that. We just don't know yet.
Yeah, maybe. Sten of the Belisard.
Oh, this is another tough one, man. I don't think I can rank him lower than Oghren, so it's got to be an A. Yeah, exactly. I'd say he's actually a more interesting insight into culture than Oghren is. Like, Ogren's very funny, but Sten's also funny in his own way, and he's possibly the most funny Qunari until we get Bull. Well, Sten's funny because he is the straight man every single time.
And the one time that he literally takes cookies from a child.
Yeah.
The child was fat and did not need them.
One of my...
I like
Go on, sorry.
I like these cooked biscuit things with a little bit of chocolate in them.
I love the fucking the punchline is Machismo comic where everyone's taking the piss out of him for the cookie thing, and then the fucking captain just comes in, hey Sten, do you want some cookie? And then he just starts getting beaten the shit out of by Sten. And he's just like, dude, is this how your culture says thank you? Because you can fuck off. But yeah, I think my favourite Sten moment is, and there's tons, because Sten's respect is hard to earn, and he makes that very clear. There's a lot of times where he doesn't respect you, but because he's a Kunari, he still comes off as respectful.
Yeah.
One of my favourite moments is, and it's pretty late game, he says something about you being a true warrior, and he's thankful to be fighting by your side, and you one of the options you can say is just, I'm not actually a warrior, I've never actually done this shit before, and Sten just goes, I know.
Yeah. The other one where the other time he says you're a true warrior and worthy of respect is when he's growling at the dog.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's because the dog stands his ground.
Yeah, and after about, like, a back and forth of like 3 lines, he just goes, you're a true warrior and worthy of respect, and the dog just barks happily and starts wagging his tail.
Yeah, man, the dog has some funny fucking lines.
Yeah.
Sten's great, love Sten. In my game he had the blood dragon armor for most of it.
Yep.
Because he's
so it'll be interesting to see what they do with Arishok Sten as well.
Absolutely, if he shows up. I hope if they show him, he's still an Ashen Giant, the old school version of Kunari, and not the new horned weirdos.
Yeah, because like they tried to retcon it in of, he doesn't have horn because he was born hornless and therefore destined for greatness, and not the fact that they tried to give them horns and couldn't do it for technical limitations.
Yeah, but you meet more than just him in Dragon Age Origins, and none of them have horns. They all look like Sten.
Yeah. There's the one Talvashov who's just a merchant you meet really late on.
That's in Awakening.
Is it in Awakening? Okay.
Yeah, you meet him after a boss fight after fucking big bad talking Darkspawn catches you and does experiments.
Okay.
And the other examples are obviously already dead because they were Sten's friends.
Yes. Win! Oh no, Varric.
Did you already put him in a slot? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I'm also going to put Varric in an S, but more for his Dragon Age 2 appearance than his Dragon Age Inquisition one.
Yeah, he's a very good framing device in that having both Varric and Cassandra being your framing device for Dragon Age 2, yes, it meant that Dragon Age 2 didn't matter because it had already happened, but also it gave it a lot more, it gave it the framing that, yes, everything here did matter because it had to matter this much, because otherwise we wouldn't be grilling this guy. And then when you meet him, you're like, oh, okay, this guy was here for most of it, and the reason that he's there for most of it is that they make him a good character to have around, so it incentivizes you as a player to bring Varric along for things, because they make him fun to use.
I also really like the... there's a lot of defending of Dragon Age 2 back in the day, because it wasn't a good game, especially not compared to... I think it would have been a great game if they didn't call it Dragon Age 2.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, they called it Dragon Age 2.
Yeah. Like, if they called it Dragon Age Kirkwall, like, it'd have been fine.
Yeah, but more tolerable. Because saying 2, it's like, oh, this is a direct sequel, and it wasn't good compared to Dragon Age Origins.
Which is, I think, why they called Inquisition and not 3.
Yeah, well, again, that's one of those ones where, in the grand scheme of things, no, Dragon Age 2 didn't mean fuck all.
No, but Inquisition is a weird one where they called it something different because they knew they were doing different things with it, and I think nearly everything they did was good.
Yeah, I think the maps could have been less open, but other than that...
Yeah.
There's a lot of nothing.
Oh, yeah.
But, you know, the worst offender is that fucking map near the end that's just desert.
Oh, yeah, just the desert in general. Like, the fact that you have to unlock more desert by doing some desert.
No, here's the thing, there's 2 deserts. I'm thinking of the desert that actually has nothing in it.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
Like, you can go to the Dwarven Ruins, but they're not real ruins because they're only one room at a time.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just nothing. There's a dragon fight there, but there's a dragon fight in fucking pretty much every area.
Yeah, there's a dragon fight in the Emerald Glades and everything.
Yeah, that one's weird.
I think that's the one where if you bring Iron Bull to it, he's like, I'll bring myself sexual pleasure later while thinking of this moment with great respect.
Iron Bull says that if you take him to the first dragon fight, that you do, full stop.
Okay.
He says the line, and then when you talk to him after slaying a dragon, you drink with him, and you can ask him, hey, what does that thing you said mean? And then he explains, I will bring myself great pleasure. Well, yeah, it's fucking dumb.
But yes, Win is the next one.
I'm going to put Win in B. I love Win. I want to fuck Win. No, Win's in a weird place. Like, Win is... If we were doing the original intentionalist list of characters that are going to show up, Win is definitely not showing up. She is dead.
Oh, yeah. She was on her last legs in Awakening. You even saw her die. And, even in Origin, she was on her last legs. In Awakening, she shows up again and is probably very much on her last legs.
Yeah, in fact, apparently the only thing currently keeping her going is that she's trying really hard to get Shale out of the Golem core.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I didn't know that, actually. But yeah, I think B's a good place for her. She's a decent character to have. Everything Vivian could have been as an advocate for mages, Win very, very definitely is as a real advocate for actual mages, in that she's a normal mage who has grown up in the circle, has kind of seen it all, and just is a decent person.
Yeah, well, we know she's a decent person because she has a spirit join her, and the spirit doesn't get corrupted.
Yeah.
But yeah, and also from a mechanical point of view, in Dragon Age Origins, you had infinite healing in potions, but you also had infinite healing in the fact that spells could heal, and Win was fucking great at it.
Yep, infinite healing and Win. Yeah, like, Spirit Healer was the thing that she brought to the table, and I comboed that with my Arcane Warrior, because fuck blood magic, and fuck being a druid.
Yeah, no, blood magic is evil. There's usually 4, isn't there? There's 4 specializations in Origin, isn't there?
Yeah, druid.
Druid, spirit healer, blood magic. What was the 4th one?
Arcane Warrior.
Oh, right, yeah, cool. Yeah, no, druid sucks.
The one that, the one that there's no character for in Origins is, so yeah, it's basically, this is the one that you pick for yourself.
Well, come to think of it, druid isn't all awful, because you could pick it and still get the constitution bonus from it.
I guess, yeah.
But yeah, you weren't going to use the spells.
Yeah. So, and you get 2, so like, go like, I don't know, make Morrigan into a blood mage if you like, just because, you know, you're not going to use her for the spider stuff, so you might as well have something fun out of it.
Don't know.
And yeah. Vivian.
We did Vivian. We've done Vivian.
Oh, yeah,
There's only one character left. It's Zevran.
Where did I?
You put
I
Vivian
lost him.
in.
Oh, there he is.
What? You are a fucking idiot. You can't do this when we're doing a video, Rick.
Yeah, Vivian's in D. Zevran.
Where did you put him initially, Rick? Because apparently you've already put him on the table.
Apparently, I don't even know where I was trying to put him, but he ended up in D, and that's not where he was meant to go.
Yeah, okay. I mean, he wants the D, but
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for me, he's an A.
Yeah.
Dude, you can have a different opinion. It's fine.
B. Yeah, I think B for Zevran.
I like Zevran a lot. I think they really misused him in 2.
Yeah, because he shows up for one mission and then just leaves.
Yeah, I mean, you can fuck him if you want, but
yeah. Yeah, I'm having him in B. I don't think he's better than Win.
I think he's better than Win. I like how he flirts with Win, but he does it way better than Oberyn does, and Win just tells him to stop it, young man.
Yeah, and he's another nice insight into culture, in that he's Antivan. He's the son of a Dalish whore. And
most importantly, he's an Antivan Crow, and it's very good to get an insight into how the Assassination Guild works in Skyrim. And oh god, I'm taking a piss. Obviously, I'm in Fades. Sorry, Rick didn't laugh at my joke, so I felt the need to clarify. But yeah, it's a very unique look in it, and I absolutely love pragmatic evil.
Yes,
he is 100% evil, no question about it. However, he gives you that awesome line when you've got the choice of killing him or recruiting him. And it's just like, what's to stop you from trying to kill me again? It's like, why? You beat me once.
Yeah. You kicked my ass again.
If I go back to the Crows, they're just going to kill me. And it's like, well, what's going to keep you loyal to me? And it's like, I happen to be very loyal, except for when the cost of failure is death.
And he could just slip some poison in your drink or whatever at this point, but he doesn't want to.
To his credit, unless you're a piece of shit to him, as long as you're nicer than not at all to him, he has a chance to betray you and rejoin the Crows, and he just tells the Crows to fuck off.
Yep, it's great. But yeah, he's a fun character. I think B is good for him.
He has technically been in all 3 games, except, of course, with Inquisition. He gets the old, hey, I know a guy treatment on the fucking quest table.
Yeah, the table treatment, yeah.
Yeah, but it's very clearly Zevran.
But yeah, I don't really think there's an MVP out of this because it's a tier list and we've got them all on there.
Yeah. Super Dud, Solus, fuck off.
Super Dud Solus, yeah. So if you liked the video, you've got the comment section on YouTube and hopefully on things like Spotify when they are able to be uploaded. Let us know why we're wrong and where you would have put certain characters who we put in places you would not have put them. Let us know if we've forgotten a character, like, I don't know.
No, fuck that. We didn't make the tier list. That's not our problem.
Oh, yeah, we didn't make it. Yeah.
We're just using someone else's. Like, that's not our fault. Like, blame the fucking tier maker.
Yeah, Jowan's not on here.
He's not a companion.
Yeah, he's not a character. Not anymore.
Can he even make it out of Origins?
I think he can, but it's very difficult.
Fuck him.
Yeah. Poor guy. But yes, toss us a comment. If you don't have the comment section, you've got an email that you can send to. That would go to
nonsensereviewuk@gmail.com.
And if you've made it this far, as always, you are our favourite people. Could it be a goodbye from me?
Bye, guys.